catch issue.
They lack any way to really push. I mean, Medusa kind of sort of slow sieges, but if they want to play this fast-paced game and prevent Slark from countering their lineup, you want to...
You already get a free wave on the Timber. If they can contest for this second wave, he's going to hit level 2, and it's much harder for this team to kill him.
I like how Solo's already trying to play with Rio. Rio tried to skewer him back underneath the tier 1 tower and get some extra damage, but won't happen. But bottom lane, there's that tri-lane going to work. It's a 3-man whirling death, reactive armor, probably not enough regeneration, maybe when Roger... Oh, that damage! Tim's one more attack from Roger. The salve will keep Tim's alive. Don't think he'll get in range for another attack. No, he will not. But definitely shows you... Wow. Really? Slark?
Well played.
Look for their own little fun. Solo's trying to keep the Magnus out of play. So far done a pretty good job. It's 2-0 for the Magnus versus Ramsey's 10-9. So a lot of denies on that top lane. And Solo can tank through a lot by just popping the Frost Shield on himself. But that doesn't help when he gets pulled back in by the Shockwave.
He's doing a good job, though. You're fine trading. That's the job of a support, is to expend the resources of the off laner.
They're after no one. The stun's out on him. Toss him up. Couple of sick charges will not do enough. And Roger's stun comes a little too late.
Notably, level 6 becomes not just unkillable, but a huge threat on a Slark.
I mean, he's such dicks as well. Toss level 1 from Tim just throws no one back into the rest of the TNC lineup. They want to leash him and control him. Of course, they'll dodge the stun from Roger now. He's got nothing else to give. No mana left in the tank for an ability. He's just trying to put his body on the line, but that's not the body that TNC want. They want to continuously shut down no one. And I can't help but have your words from Series 1 in my ear. Like, what happens when no one but then salves up knowing he's out of range of the Kunkka?
Armel's doing a great job. Middle, he's super quick on toggling the Tidebringer. He has not squandered it once.
Yeah, really trying to stay up in the face of Pasha, while bottom lane, the poison touch from Boogie tries to zone out no one. Lich will TP down, so no more Grimstroke on the bottom lane, at least not for the moment.
Yeah, but this is the benefit of 2v1s versus 3v2s, where up top, they've completely shut down this Reor Magnus, and now Medusa's in a position as Ramsey's. He has the Wristband, he can win the lane by himself.
That's actually a nice stroke of fate. Goes through Tim's and over towards Ninja Boogie, but Gabby getting involved in the fight. Ninja Boogie's got such sustain, both stick charges and the Shadow Wave, but the stun that was on no one allows him to secure the kill for Roger. Still a 1-for-1 trade-off, and Gabby continues to steal up this Essence, looking for a little bit more. No pounce available. He's got high movement speed against Roger, but he'll pull back.
He already has 3 permanent agility as well. Not bad for a Slark. One of the changes, Underlord and Slark now steal agility and strength respectively for the entire game. Or damage, rather.
Ramsey's, he's got some friends on the way. But burning through the shield, that's why they replaced it with the new one. But Poison Touch, Ramsey's, does he have the life? 5 HP, and the one more tick would have done it. Just one more tick would have done it. Meanwhile, Solo's trying to find this solo kill over on the Magnus. But he's back up and around the trees, a quick shockwave out, but Solo does find the blood. He'll lose his life, but this is Ninja Boogie would chase him through the tree line, but that one range creep stuck on him. And then on bottom lane, Tims and Gabby looking to go once more. Actually missing the toss he wanted over on the Grimstroke, but it won't stop Gabby from diving underneath the tower, just going after Roger. And mid lane, you're right, the boat is out, looking after the Tidehunter. X marks spot, should be not pulling him back, it's already gone.
You got close, but if his Tidebringer still did pure damage instead of
chasing on the bottom lane, Gabby is rotated over, so movements from TNC starting to switch up their lanes.
Yep, and this is the concern though, where you're in a scenario where you have one core on your side that's just not really in the game at all, and the Reor Mag, whereas Timbersaw, even though he's died 3 times, he's now level 5. He's perfectly fine down the bottom lane. He's got to rotate out of there. And you've effectively now got 3 supports on the side.
CS now over on the Kunkka. His net worth almost 1,000 above the Dusa. Interesting fun toss. Roger burns everything he's got over on the Kunkka, but X marks a spot. Avalanche hold him in position, and they bring the boat down. But Roger, timing's a little bit off from TNC, so Roger can survive a little bit longer. He'll still die to Tim's fists. That does make it good for those quick rotations to stop things like this happening, and you can build into a Silver Edge too, right? Against no one, because he's just a beast on the bottom lane. Clark missing the pounce over on Solo. That would have been a guaranteed kill, especially with the rotation from Armel. Woo! Well, that's one way to remove Frost Shield. Conker, X-Mark spot, both carrying in too. Is going to connect. No, it actually doesn't exactly. Same with the Ravage. Just a quick Shadow Amulet for Armel. Gives him a little bit of invis and time to buy. While Ninja Boogie chasing down Grimstroke, who begins his own TP. They'll find him in the tree lines, a pounce forward, finds the kill. But then Ramses with the split shot damage kills off Ninja Boogie, and Gabby has to hide in the trees. They're actually TPing back to Shrine.
Important one for a dire side to acquire.
Middle tower is under attack.
Kind of almost forget about the Magnus. They've been giving him that mid lane for the last 5 minutes. So he's gotten the levels, he's gotten the farm. Top lane, Armel going in again. Gabby, this time the leech will come in, but so will the Chain Frost. Bounce up and down, but it will not keep the bounce going back into Armel. Tries to go invis again with the Shadow Amulet. Tim's creates some space and then tosses him back up to the Kree Wave, away from no one's Timber Chain. But you know no one. He's got Chakram available, and he goes right through the Conker. Knowing where he's hiding, Dazzle, no Shallow Grave leveled up. Even though he's level 6, decides to bypass it. And what a rotation in from no one. Having all the time to farm, and now he's 2, 3, 4 on the board for KDA. At Magnus, putting the shield over on Roger. Actually not triggering the way they would like it to on the Magnus, but he cannot juke it through the tree lines. Very sinister gaze, and the Magnus will...
TNC, it's an Invis Kunkka. Shadowblade's finished.
Worth killing. The Courier was carrying through the Buckler as well as the Crimson Guard, but they decide to let it go. Ramses, X-Mark spots home. They want the core. That's the bigger kill for them, and they claim it too. No one gonna try and find a rebuttal as Tim's is on the run. They've already used their abilities, but with the arrival of the Magnets and the RP, maybe they think twice about it. Nope, no one. Timber Chain's underneath the tier 1 tower. Tim's gonna toss him up, but that won't stop no one from just charging forward, especially when he's got the Frost Shield on him. Slow down everyone that wants to attack him, then find an easier target. Ninja Boogie, Chakram to cut the trees, making a faster line over towards him.
So
even in the lane, and now with the double Chain Frost out, how do you actually stop this? The creep wave kept it alive a very long time, and Lich can now back up a little bit further, but he doesn't have enough life to get up the ramp and away to safety. Did end up dying, but took the attention of both Pasha and no one.
Look at the inventory on Solo, by the way. He's in his death. He purchased sentries. He's got 6. They're ready for the Shadow Blades.
I love Armel lining up with the Radiant Creep Waves to get the cleave onto both the heroes. The Ravage from Pasha, he's actually going to blow it. Trying to get some distance, but the X-Mark spot and ship is still going to come in and kill him off.
Watch the VP, you're looking to just bait, get a nice turnaround with an RP. We already saw how willing they are to play. Oh, no.
The Magnets. They didn't have enough for this. The Armlet is going to go for the ship. I don't think he gets in range. Okay, he'll get in range to cut once, but they'll still lose the bottom tier 1. But the Courier gets sniped up by Gabby. That had the ultimate orb on it. That was, okay.
Vision here. This could be a dead Lich.
Yeah, it could be. But then again, they put them together, and here we go once again. Let the Chain Frost fly. Dazzle will buy back quickly, looking to stay involved in this engagement. Needs to try and keep Gabby alive and fighting. They empower him up. Where are these RPs? You've still got Blink Dagger RP available. I haven't seen it used. He's had the Blink Dagger for a good 3 to 4 minutes.
You can't kill these guys. The Bash brothers are way too tanky.
Well, they still decide to skewer underneath the tower. No one's happy to fight, but he's running very low on mana. Arcane boots off cooldown in 2 seconds time, but a triple kill in from no one. He wants to get more. Gabby does not have the Shadow Dance. They burn the Ravage. It's an ultra kill for no one. 17 minutes.
Snowballing. How do you kill a Timbersaw as TNC?
You need the Silver Edge, right? And you're seeing actually where Timbersaw spent almost all of his time as well with that heat map. No other choice but to pop the ultimate, the Shadow Dance away to safety. Damn, no one really wants to find these kills. He just chains forward. And if they can find Timbersaw, find one thing underneath the
sentry. They already have the one on the low ground. And it's just so critical that you have these sentries against double Shadow Blades.
But then Slark can just find another fight. Roger in real trouble, being pulled back down again by the Shockwave, keeping him in range of the Slark's attack. And then X marks the spot, Pasha. They just go from one to the next, pull him back in. The boat will crunch. And Tyler, no Ravage available, still on cooldown for 20 seconds time, but he's got that very thick hide. TNC just can't break through. There's observe wards from both sides up on top of the hill, so both have extra information, but look for an easier target. Over towards the Lich. Solo dies one. Tims will be the one who can jump in. He's got the Blink Dagger available. But they're swarming like sharks, TNC, around the Roche pit. There's your jump in from the Tiny. Avalanche and toss. Roshan down to 800 HP. Magnus still waiting. The Ravage able to actually clip on him. And they've already got the kill over on Tiny. Magnus, now there's your blink in with the RP. The follow-up as well with the poison, but the double chain frost is going to really start bouncing back down again. This is horrendous for TNC. The Aegis Immortal, of course, did manage to get into the hands of the Slark. So he'll pounce himself away. But that's still Conqueror and Tiny down. Virtus.pro did... Actually, that's not that bad for Team.
Magnus is just going to spam shockwaves from safety. Bear in mind, another concern with the side of VP.
Well, there's your jump in, grabbing Solo, and he doesn't have enough life to survive this as the Frost Shield just stays in range. So Tims, who's shallow graved up, will stay low and stay slow. Come back up, both dead without buyback, and your RP. It caught the Deucer, but you Rapid, it'll create a little bit more space, and no one, he's in the middle of this entire engagement. Turn on the Stone Gaze, Ninja Boogie can't go anywhere. 3 heroes without buyback. Randy's popping a lot of damage from the tier 4 towers. He's out of mana, but Gabby needs to kill off this Deucer. He has no other choice inside the shadow. He's able to do it. Narmel, a triple kill now for the Conquer. It was him that got it with the cleave damage, even regathering up the gem. No one could not pick it up. And then smoke up from TNC on the hunt. No one is going to be the primary target. Gabby, Invis, and man, they couldn't have had this any better. Silver Edge to crack him, the boat will come in, and that's a very dead Timbersaw, down for a minute and a bit.
Or we can just run around the map with no real threat whatsoever.
And now their itemization is getting even better to enable them. Tim's going to get pushed up. The fight's coming in. Ninja Boogie's nearby, a double poison touch. No one's going to go into the fight, but he already gets broken once from the Silver Edge. The RP is ready to go. Blink in 1 second time, and that's exactly what he does. Blink straight into the fight, holding in both Timber and Deucer. They were meant to be the unkillable.
Especially now that you have that Silver Edge finished on Slark.
And BT's available, really, for Tiny. So he's to the front lines as quick as he can. Actually brought the BKB for Slark. So the best courier you could have asked for. No one throws out the chakram, and they're actually tossing in no one with Tims holding him in position. The silence is out and the boat, and it's a dieback for the Timbersaw. No one is down for 86 seconds without buyback available. Still no Deucer up either. Oh boy, this has escalated very quickly for Virtus.pro. TNC. They've got double Silver Edges. They'll miss the skewer back, but it won't stop them from claiming the bottom lane of Brax. With Timber dead for so long, they can go for more. Tims, he's looking for a toss-back target, anyone to bring in range of the attack. And now, maybe Chain Frost keeps the distance. Oh, really? That bounces all the way out to Armel and back over. Okay, just let it keep going. Sure, why not?
TNC, no.
This is a huge lead that they can throw away. That's a Conquer with a huge spree. It goes to solos, that's the upside. So PP they have to be quick about this, or else they're going to have a really, really bad trade-off on the bottom lane. And now Ravage catches over on 3, and the double Soulbind Chain Frost is already out. Conquer, oh, actually they're just BKB. They don't give a crap. They stand their ground. No one's already been broken because they got the double Silver Edge. They can even chain this stuff. And then you find the kill on the Grimstroke. Ramsey's isolated. Deucer is the last one to kill off, and she held that Stone Gaze for so long. Conquer will die, but Slark is on the hunt, and your RP, finally, it has been used. The double buybacks in from Virtus.pro. They want to help out Ramses. Titan and Grimstroke, they're on their way, TPing out towards the shrine. Ramses with a shallow. Is he actually going to live long enough? It's actually Slark with the shallow who stays alive long enough, and with the double torrent. Maybe now Armel Show can turn back on. 4 buybacks in total committed in from Virtus.pro. And still, maybe they have enough from this. TNC is a triple kill for Ramses. Now you bring him in from TNC over to Deucer. Does Ramses have enough to survive? They're staying on top of Parsha's remove a lot of the damage thanks to the anchor smash. And now maybe they do. Yep, they go after Ramses. He's the primary target. Parsha's body blocking him up. Alright, you kill him on the way through. Why not? They're both dead for 2 minutes, and GG is finally called. Virtus.pro threw everything, including the kitchen sink at TNC. And TNC threw it straight back in their face.
Yep, and I think it's just a well-played game by TNC. They executed their lineup to perfection. I think that VP does make
That's where it feels nice, because you're not just relying, like Mag RP was kind of what you look at for your team fight, your catch. So I think that's where they needed, you know, Earth Spirit, like the tiny.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about this Bat Rider though. Tidehunter is traditionally like the hard counter to Bat, because you kind of just waddle in, and even if you get lassoed, you're gonna cleanse it.
Ninja Boogie is in a world of absolute hurt. Couldn't walk away.
Lich Tusk got to heavily harass before PA has the ability to trade with you, like level 3, level 4. Look at this Mag coming middle. They're actually just going in.
They're going to skewer him a long way back, though. Able to do so. This will give it a little bit more time for PA to have another Stifling Dagger. No one. Quick Fairy Fire. Doesn't have any stick charges available, and he'll actually get... No, we won't. You've got the Phantom Strike available for Gabby. They add the pressure while up on top lane. Ninja Boogie, the same combination as before. It's just this full-on run. Solo does have the sticky napalm on him, but he'll salve up. TP's going to arrive from Tim's. He's still only level 1. Skewer will come off cooldown a second time. Doesn't want to push the Lich too far away, because that's what the sticky napalm's for. Keep the slow up and then let the beat down come. Ramses. Okay, now the skewer will come, but stick charges from Lich. Give him the life back again. Roger, he's low himself, and a double creep wave of the dire sign will still not dissuade her,
but
skewering back Roger. This is nice for TNC. No poison touch leveled up, however. He went for Shadow Wave instead. Solo
favorites to watch on this hero, and if he goes off much like no one did in the previous series.
They're snowballing forward with 3. All they gotta do is turn on the Frost Shield, and the Bat Rider has no way to escape. Ramses even secures, trying to keep tabs on where Roger's moving, because it does kind of buff up Ramses every... Okay, yeah, they found Ninja Boogie. Walk up, turn on the tag team, and Ramses very happy to pop the Metamorphosis just to find the instant kill, while no one is diving heavily underneath the tier 1 tower in the mid. And this will prompt TP support. He's got Nether Blast and Decrepify available. Gabby is very, very low. So the Nether Blast is out trying to take the creep wave, but Gabby just plays the distance game. Jumps back. But Metamorphosis wears out, and VP will back off.
And this is a repeat of the original series we saw, where you have one offlaner.
Tim's dead, actually. Like, they're battling for the 5-minute runes again. And it's Roger and...
Mid lane, look at that mid tower. It's already below half HP.
You're against a Pugna. And Gabby can't harass him out. He always requires support, and that's where the Magnus is meant to come in. But this Magnus is still... He's level 2, 5.5 minutes in. He's got no space, but with a haste rune, they've already got the slow on no one. He's going to dodge the skewer. Can't do it, however. Pull back in, but Decrepify Dre just killing off the Phantom Assassin and getting all the life back to survive. Another Nether Blast out. Ninja Boogie, no Shadow Wave available. And even Tuskar begins his team. Well, he's coming over now. He backed off to put down an Observer Ward, but... And Bat Rider's had to just go so far now. Tag team Roger. He knows how deep Bat Rider is in, and a level 1 Gush takes away all of the movement speed. Solo wants to try and keep on top of Tim's. Don't let him just skewer away. He'll take Solo with him, but the snowball had already begun from Roger. Tim's will run to the Roshan pit. Difficult to survive. The Nether Blast from Nolan will probably ensure the kill. And make sure that Roshan doesn't do anything. See, that's rocking it. And that is on bottom lane. The Timbersaw, he is the highest net worth on the board at the moment. But that won't stop Ramses and Solo from just stealing the life of Tim's, killing him underneath the tower. Armel's able to finish off his own TP out. He actually went to the top lane. All that life got drained out by the Pugna, which is why Armel is already in retreat.
Against Timbers nowadays, you got to just try and avoid them. Keep them hemmed into the side of the map that you're least concerned with, and right now, that's going to be your safe lane.
Tim's is dead. Ravage burn from Pasha. There's so much damage.
They have good vision behind the tower as well. This is the dream for VP. They already got the mid tower. Mid lane though, Roger in some trouble.
Yep, to snowball. He's going to the range creep. Ninja Boogie will stay with him. That's with a stolen double damage rune. Actually try and shard block out Tim's. Didn't work the way he hoped it would. Now Phantom Assassin rotates over. They want this kill on Gabby, and they're able to claim it as well. More control against the Timbersaw. They've had a good target in Solo. Stifling Dagger. He'll quickly Frost Shield as a level 3. And with the Reflect, TNC not feeling like they can engage, but up on top lane. The tower continues to be pressured. Solo will die to Gabby. And they're really TPing in hard. The defense of the top tier 2 tower. Paramount for TNC. A good shark him into the back lines, but no one, again, stealing that life. out of the Timbersaw, forced him to retreat for half a second, but that doesn't stop the rest of TNC pushing forward. Pasha with a good ravage. No one as well as Pasha able to complete their TP out. Roger will not be as lucky.
And quite often.
Yeah, Magnus is basically just a buff. That's all he is.
Did Tusk in the minor, didn't he have like 100% contest ratio? I want to say he
was pretty close. Like he was very high up there. Well, skewer over towards mid. This is the real Ramses as well. Remember, Sunder is available, and he has the Aegis Immortal, so they'll commit the RP. Sunder will not come off, but now the rest of Virtus.pro are coming over. So RP burned.
But down, you stop them from snowballing, thanks to the rotations of no one, and now you just walk down lanes as 5. Like
going after Ramses. He's still got Sunder, and they don't have a stun available, so Ramses can just... yeah, steal that life. Of course, at the same time, one charge from PA. Not to mention the crits. They work through this Terrorblade real fast. Keep in mind, that was before the Desolator even arrived onto the Templar Assassin. You're getting that damage on bottom lane. A skewer up from Magnus. Ravage will pop. It will connect over on 2. But at the same time, you kind of already have the lasso on Solar. Chain Frost is available. Ninja Boogie. He'll Shallow Grave and stay alive a little longer. While the Chain Frost, Armel and Baron Rider, they cop the primary brunt of that attack. A Timbersaw can chain herself away. As Phantom Assassin just wants to run out, blurred up. Gonna find no one. Don't know if he really wants to try and take this fight. There's no one. Okay, up he'll go. Solo will move over. Level 4 Frost Shield makes it difficult. Ninja Boogie's already down. A blink forward. Gabby! He'll grip through no one and try and find a little bit more damage. Nope, he'll try and TP out and then die. Ninja Boogie
away from that Tidehunter +4 Vlads, and PA represents a ton of minus armor at the moment. This is before the -3 armor talent, so you're going to more than negative when you're by that dazzle.
Well, their Observer Wards is so good for Virtus.pro. 2 aggressive ones on the hill and on the side, allowing them all the information they require to try and take this fight. Maybe against a Timbersaw it's a little bit more difficult.
Nice spear.
Ninja Boogie will finally go tick count from Roger, and RP catches through, but there's no follow-up to this. It's like watching a black hole with no other heroes around. It's just disappointing.
That's just typical VP gaze from Solo's Lich, because he interrupts the Timber Chain, which means that they have now another 4 seconds with which to deal maximum DPS, and they just walk up the high ground. They still got meta.
Why not? Why not indeed? Meta will now time out. Ramsey's backed off with a real hero, but with Dazzle still being dead for 4 seconds, they know they can take the tower and then potentially back out. 23 seconds till Ravage is up, but they look for the fight and said Timbersaw. How quickly did they just kill him? A buyback comes down from the Timber. Lasso pulling Terrorblade back almost to tier 4 towers. The hump breaking free as the Frost Shields are up. Ramses tries to dodge out with the Mana Style. Still got some one-charges and Sunder available, removing the life of Ninja Boogie and putting it back into himself. The melee racks haven't brought down just yet. Ravage, you're right. Pasha, he's baiting it. He wants TNC to come a little bit further forward. While Dazzle is down, there's no saving grace for them. VP will push this issue. While there's no RP, that it is Virtus.pro with that big power. Gabby, he'll go in deep, and now Pasha, the Ravage, it hits all 4 remaining TNC alive players, and Timbersaw, he'll chain himself away. PA will buy back, and now they force back. TNC looking for their own kills, but the drain from no one, pulling it out of the PA, and the Dagon to find the kill. TNC, and VP just want to go to the next game. They want this done quick and dirty, and it looks like they're going to get this. Another buyback, this one out from the Magnus. They've committed almost every single one, only Baron Rider hasn't bought back in the last 2-3 minutes. But Timbersaw, does he have enough? They'll snowball forward, punch him and flip him. Timbersaw chains on down, they got a quick Decrepify out, but Pugner's already gone. And Armel will complete his TP away to safety.
VP are just so good at this in and out style of fighting. I love watching them play when they have heroes like Pugna Terrorblade, Tusk, where you can just immediately go from defensive to offensive. Like, they just continuously bait TNC into poor positions and immediately blow up the core they want to target. That was 2 deaths on the PA, a death on the Timber, what was it, I think 2 on the Bat?
Roger is actually able to delay this fight so long. He snowed.
No, 1 big RP, you never know.
Yep.
Could change their fate.
But the PA is not. Actually, the PA isn't powered up, but she's actually taking the creep wave behind him. Trying to remove it so the backdoor protection does kick in. The Terrorblade just goes up, and there's one creep that's still alive that allows him to finish off the range racks. PA, gonna need a fresh power. There it comes in. But where's your attack? Another smoke coming in from TNC. This one's in the back line, trying to keep the Dazzle out of vision, but the Ravage pops out by the Tidehunter. Batrider instantly bites back, but then again the Sunder has changed the life with the Timbersaw, so Ramsey's still fighting strong, but that's why Gabby jumps in, looking for the kill, making the most of the DD, has to go into the blur. There's no detection on him, now he'll break free of it. Quite visible to Crepify the Tidehunter, trying to buy that little bit of safety as the Lich Chain Frost will not bounce more than twice. Virtus.pro going to retreat, but they got what they wanted. The mid-racks is gone, and somehow they're not in position ready to fight just yet. The push is already coming in from Virtus.pro. Terrorblade doesn't have Metamorphosis for 10 seconds, so he doesn't really care too much. It seems just push it. And with the Sinister Gaze, Armel, defensive Yule Sensor, will buy him a little bit of time. Ninja Boogie's nearby too. Shallow Grave, he will pop it off, even though Timbersaw will be alive. And Batrider, the lasso, but the Chain Frost. Riora just cannot survive. They're dead for so long. This is the big death timer, thanks to the buybacks from previous times. Magnus, what do you want to do? You Shockwave. All he can do is skewer into RP, but RP's down for 10 seconds, and even under this BKB protection, the Skadi of Ramses slows down the Phantom Assassin, so she cannot stay aggressive and attacking into Virtus.pro.
Not much to say on this one, Toby. There's no Batrider, there's no real initiation. Pugna walking around with the plate mail now.
I think you can say GG.
Oh yeah.
Even the blink from Pasha, he'll end this with a 4-man Ravage. You can RP and skewer the back in, but once you call GG, there is no going back. Virtus.pro will level the series up 1 apiece, and it kind of almost felt like we just...
Predators turn to pick.
Again, yeah, like the position 4 pool is so limited at this point.
Easier than a no boots Batrider.
Roger's still going to try and make him work for it. Try and make him burn the salve if possible. Meanwhile, Ramsey can just drag the Dire Creep Wave over. They did use a Sentry Ward to block the pull, so it's not easy for the Radiant side just to get more. Bottom lane, Stormbolt's around. Pasha still trying to get back underneath the tower, or hide inside the fog of war, but it's just not possible for him. The Underlord will fall. Solo. The other lane I want to keep my eye pretty closely on is that Tinker lane. How fast does no one start to move up in items? Again, they just keep going on bottom. Never ends. Stormbolt out over on the Terrorblade. They've got Ninja Boogie behind him with a Shadow Wave to give the extra life. To keep the push going against Pasha. Tim's will be the one to find the kill.
Way back before TI5, you have this so much save. Double Banish and Grave. Like, in a team fight, you can theoretically crazy outplay VP.
By just removing a hero the entire time. Solo's in trouble. Disrupted up. Poisoned. And the body block of the SD Illusions just staying in front of Solo. And they have enough damage to get the kill. Pasha trying to stand his own ground and fight. He does really minimal damage. Tim's has the confidence just to stand his own ground again and fight back. As there's 5 minutes in, they want to stall him up. So as many of the runes go the way of TNC as possible, and VP will... disruption not even required. Gabby, okay, maybe it is required. They should have had enough damage to easily kill off Pasha. Now they'll have to dive underneath the tier 1 tower to find the Underlord. As Ninja Boogie tanks that tower. Gets the poison touch off, mid lane, no one. Gets the solo kill onto Armel. And Pasha looking for a rebuttal onto Ninja Boogie. The Hellfire will not be enough to get the kill.
What a solo kill mid from Mel.
Where are you going? Going very, very deep. Catcher is out. They'll turn on the Reflect. Solo looking for a fight of his own. 7-6 charges available. This will give him the Stormbolts. Now combo with Ramses. One more Lucid Beam and Gabby will fall. And that's exactly what happens. Solo gets the last hit in. It's just that never-ending Tinker spam that's very problematic. I suppose they got some decent sustain, but Tim's is not one of those players who has sustain. Roger and Ramses combined together to kill him underneath his own tier 1 tower. Sustain comes walking into the middle of Armel, Gabby, and Ninja Boogie. They didn't have all the vision in the world to know this, but most of the heroes walked past that mid tower. Solo gets the war cry off as no one is now walking out to. So they must be looking for the bounty runes. And Tim's Oh, Spirit's going to be able to connect onto him, so he'll die. VP not getting the fight they were looking for, but they'll still claim both
lanes and farming in all directions. Like,
yep.
There's nothing you can do if you're TNC unless you're able to find some kills first.
Especially because you got this now. With the BTs up from Tinker, it's too easy to just relocate in and have this global presence across the map for Virtus.pro. Ramses doesn't have any kind of points up in the Eclipse, so he's got to do this the old-fashioned way, but that's why I've got Tinker rockets flying long and far.
Yeah, we didn't even comment on that. Wisp will die in the bottom lane, but check out Luna's...
Willie tethered down, begins his TP, and there will be a banishment. Tinker started his TP in, faking the RP out from the Magnus. And Io this time around, nothing to tether over to, and he will not survive.
Check out the Luna post, and I don't know if you're really capable of getting away with it this time.
TNC wraparound. Tims has the double damage route for some reason, but the double storm bolt from Sven. Solo creating more space. Gabby did, however, get that metamorphosis off. He doesn't finish Roger. Okay, the poison touch from Ninja Boogie will finish Roger off instead. And the strands out Ram. Oh, an RP! We are able to grab both of them. Roger keeping the tether up. He bought back to keep Ramses alive. And that's why they just hit on the Mask of Madness and the Overpower. Every bit of damage you've got. Find him in the trees. Ninja Boogie TP out. Cancelled by the Lucifer Beam. And Ramses, even after he was pulled out.
It's not an item that's going to change the status quo here. I'm a bit concerned for TNC.
That's a really great Tinker ward though. TNC, oh the RP! It didn't actually catch out the Luna, so they turn on the Eclipse. Roger's nearby, and no one. He's TP'd over to the creep wave, into the trees. You've got rockets flying forward. Riol gets hit by that pretty hard, not to mention the laser bouncing into Terrorblade. So Gabby doesn't find the hit he's looking for. In fact, he's going to get storm bolted up and Solo with a God Strength. But Root tries to create a little bit more space from the Underlord and is able to buy just enough time with Ninja Boogie Shallow Grave to get Gabby Sunder off. I don't think Solo is totally done with this. At least I don't think anyone comes too close to Virtus.pro lineup and they're probably going to pop. Io's already rejoining the fight. Tinker's a little bit further away. Pristine Observer Wall being put down. And once again, okay, they're going to try and fight with the Luna illusions, but it won't work. VP very quick to clean up the disruption illusions, and they can't afford to lose the tower. If the tower goes down, these glaives will make it impossible for the supports to stay close. That's why Tims is over in the tree line, so he's sort of close enough to be involved in the fights, but here comes the glaive bouncers. How do you even blink in? Magnus has to fall back almost to his tier 4 towers in order to have this blink dagger off cooldown. And yeah, VP, they just take the racks. No one wants to come closer. Tims, he'll come in, he'll get the purge over on the Luna, but that's why the pick comes down. Tims very quickly dead. The buyback is out, but the bottom rack is totally taken. They'll have to wrap around from the rear. Dazzle as well as OD looking for a target, but now they realize the observed ward was already there. They de-warded even though the rockets are flying forward. And Virtus.pro haven't found the target they want just yet. Roger's got tether away targets, and it will be the Luna. And they find their one target in the backline is Dazzle. Shallow Grave will come out, but these mass rockets from Tinker, they're so far forward. Dazzle will finally die. SD's caught on the wrong side of the tracks. This will be a dive back from him as well. That's why they just try and close the distance, laser it up, rooter him up, and no one. Yeah,
that's so good.
Easy itemization, easy teleport. That Curry doesn't have to do any kind of traveling. So the SD, the illusions are up. Ramses quickly kills them off. So now he can focus on the primary target. Doesn't care if he dies. In fact, he almost wants to die. Soak up abilities. Take the tower. Let the Aegis Immortal pop. Back to full life.
What do you do? TNC?
They can't initiate on this. If they do, they lose everything. The glaives are bouncing through Armel, almost killing him down.
Hey, look at that, Ramses. Now the tower's dead. He doesn't want to get disrupted, and he just keeps juking Tims' positioning.
Riol also keeps getting hit by rockets. He keeps getting hit by everything else. He cannot blink in. There is no blink RP.
No.
To get back into the base, it's taken him so long. The Luna's already gone through. 2/3, making 3/5 of that tower. BKB's up just for safety. Fortifications buying a little bit more time for TNC and Ramses. Maybe just a little bit more cautious. Maybe not for Solo. He just goes straight in. Got a double stun out. They weren't ready to fight this one of Virtus.pro. Probably the first mistake of this game 3. A skewer back on Underlord. Gets a 4-man pit. Roger wants to be here for the fight. And with the Eclipse, you're going to lose 2. Make it 3 heroes. Io, the Glimmer Cape is protecting him. They cannot find him to kill him off. The side lanes are a
bouncer. keeping out anyone you don't like inside VP's, VP's place.
Yep.
And right now, they're looking to take first place in this group, and I think that as long as they don't make any egregious errors, they're going to do just that. Gabby, no BKB, he's in trouble.
Yep. Tinker is just a non-stop fighter. He was looking for Tims to come close enough so he could stun to him and get the life back, but it doesn't work. 46 seconds without TP. Randy triggers the BKB. This is Megas. Nothing will stop it, and it may even just be the game. URP over on 2. The BKBs will still protect them underneath the tier 4 towers. Riol, he's going to live through this, and OD, maybe now you can prove your worth. Ramses, imprison him up. Find your target. No one, however, keeps continuously lasering the OD, so he can't get the stacks he's looking for. So they rotate back in towards the mid. The ball just sitting in the middle of the open for some reason, so Roger will pick it up and just bring Ramses and Roger up. And Pasha, they'll pull him out. They'll kill Tims, and everyone's going to leave. In fact, GG is already called. The game is done.
Just 2 series, same story. VP dropped game 1. I'm sure Reddit and Twitch is calling them washed up. Shouldn't have taken